police officer?
Not today.
Then you can take a flyer. Oh, yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
I'm really curious. Are you a 501c3?
Come on, you can take it.
And you would only end up in here again because of anybody. I mean, you need to know what's going on. Everybody's trying to protect themselves, and that's why the country's falling apart. Americans got to unify. It's not going to happen if we don't unify. Well, go read that stuff and make a decision. To be in America free, you have the right to pursue life, liberty, and happiness without worrying about somebody because you took a flyer. That's a slave. That's a communist nation.
But you run the law, you can't do that.
No, well, he said once they put you under the, don't look at the camera if you don't want to be on it. He said once they put you under the law, you can't get out of it. That makes us slaves. So what are we going to do? Just stay slaves? To unify America, all right, because we will have nothing left of our U.S. Constitution for the little ones. So we could keep being afraid, and we could keep living for ourselves, and America could keep sinking lower, becoming a communist nation. Or we could do something.
You want to know where it's at?
Where is it at?
I take my case to court.
Let's hear it.
Take my case to court.
Yes.
Okay. Prosecutor plays golf with the judge. Okay. So therefore, my defense attorney, he has no case because the prosecutor has set down what I did wrong, and it goes along with the law, and then the judge convicts me.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
All right. I do my time, pay my debt to society, come back out in the free world,
and what?
I can't get employment.
Yeah.
I can't get government help. I can't have any rights as a citizen. I can't vote. I can't carry on.
You know what? That sounds like.
So how do I take it back to court? I go back to court, and then the judge says, "No, you broke the law. This is it, and so therefore, you're under the penalty of the law till death." And there's really nothing I can do about it, but I can deal with it.
Well, see that now. These are the words of a slave, okay?
That's right.
When my ancestors were on the slave plantation, say all the things you were told you are unable to do because you're out of prison now. What can you not do? Say all of them again.
I can't vote.
Cannot vote. We couldn't vote on slave plantations.
Right.
What else?
Can't get government help.
Government was not helping us at all.
That's true.
Keep going.
That's right.
Keep going.
And then there's nobody gives you a chance to be hired.
Nobody gives you.
You're already a convict.
You're already what? You're already a convict, which is exactly what you are when you are on a slave plantation. So basically, he's not working in the fields. He's not picking cotton. He's not picking rice. He's not washing master's back or his mistresses. He's not doing that. He's just walking down the street here, and he might get arrested because he's still a slave. He has no rights.
No, I won't.
And this is a white man. This is a white man.
As long as I obey the law.
As long as he obeys old slave master. Old slave master, right? Yeah.
Well,
yes, the law is the same. That's who old slave master was.
Basically.
Because you're a slave. You're a slave to society right now.
You're a slave.
Basically.
Get basically out. You are a slave. Say it.
I'm not a slave.
Well then, why are you afraid about this? If you're not a slave, you can't vote. You just said you can't vote.
No.
You just said you can't get employed.
But
you just said you have no protection. That's a slave.
That's not a slave.
Well then, what is it?
I lost my rights because I broke the law.
He lost his rights, okay? Now, only slaves lose their rights.
Not necessarily.
Now he's in denial. This is America in denial.
But a slave...
Because until he recognizes he's a slave, he's going to be afraid to take handouts. And that's all there is to it. Now, you could keep not calling yourself a slave and not taking handouts and holding your head down and being somebody who can't get a job, who can't vote, and calling yourself free. You can keep doing that. That's called being in denial.
Well,
nothing's free without work.
A slave is a person that is purchased.
You have been purchased by corporate America.
Right.
Go ahead. Listen.
Let him get his viewpoint.
I want to hear it. I'm sorry.
So
Go ahead.
You can't. If a slave is purchased, which now it's illegal to purchase a person to be a slave.
That's false.
All right. The life of a slave may not be too bad. It depends on the owner, the master.
See?
Because
that's like the Israelites. No, that's the Israelites.
The master gives you shelter. The master
live
gives you
free
food,
or die.
The master gives you the ability to raise your family.
Takes away your manhood. Takes away your manhood and provides all of that for you.
Well, you provide that for yourself.
No, you just said the master. You said that might not be so bad like the Israelites. We should go back to Egypt.
But the master is the landowner. Okay,
yeah.
You're working the land for the master.
Right.
All right, now what benefits do you get? Instead of him giving you money, he's giving you shelter,
well,
he's giving you food,
I'm glad you have learned how to feel good being a slave in America.
Right.
And you're not even getting those things.
No.
And you're not even admitting that you're a slave,
but
so you break out.
I'm not a slave because I'm not bought.
That's why slavery lasted over 200 years in this country. They were saying they weren't slaves. We have a shack, we sleep on our straw, and I get massive scraps that he throws on the floor.
Well, and there's still slavery going on in Louisiana.
It's going on right here.
Because there's people who work the sugarcane fields, and they work the fields, and then they can go to the store and charge anything they want to, but yet they have to keep working the fields to pay off the store. So that's slavery,
and yet you have to do those sorts of things too.
Or is that slavery, or is that indentured servant?
There you go. See, either way it's slavery. Either way you are not free.
But where's my Abraham Lincoln?
Where's your Abraham Lincoln is right in here, but you're choosing to say you're not a slave, so you'll never get free. You are a slave, and when you recognize that, you will take action to get free. And that's the only thing going on right here.
There's no action I can take.
There is action you can take. You just did something just now. Put that camera right here. He just did something. He took something that he could now read and find out which people in this country are coming together to overturn this corrupt government. Starting with President Obama, who's not even from here. And we would like to let Obama know you do not have to go back to Kenya, but you need to get up on out of here. You need to get out of here. You are a foreigner. You do not have a birth certificate. Sheriff Joe Arpaio says you do not through his internationally known investigations on your false birth certificate. And everybody's just okay because they're so afraid, because they then have to realize we have been fooled. We have become slaves in our own country under a man who was not even born on American soil. Well, and if you walk away and say you are not a slave, you will not do anything to get yourself free.
Well, the only way you can do it is elect officials that have the same desires and beliefs.
No. We have to have officials who will obey the U.S. Constitution. This whole group, U.S. Congress, Senate of the present 113th Congress, from Barack Obama to his henchmen to all of the others, these people are all corrupt.
Well, how do you de-amend the laws that have been put in place?
Well, that's where we come together, just like what we're doing here. What we're doing right here is the start. It is the only place getting this nation off of this nosedive that it's on. This is where it starts, right here. And then after right here, admitting that we've become slaves in this communist America. And then number 3, working on having the U.S. Senate and House implemented to remove President, well, I don't even want to call him president because he's not a president, he's not even from America, remove Obama from the White House. That's how we get started. Let's get rid of the deceiver at the top. I won't use the word liar because that's a disrespectful term. I will use the term deceiver.
Well, and the only way we can do that is by voting him out.
Exactly. And if you go to our website, the hitting stops here. He just said the only way we could do that is by voting him out, so to speak. And the way we do that is by coming together and signing the petition. We have to have the United States Senate and the United States House of the present 113th Congress, led by our foreign president, Barack Obama, okay? We have to have those 500 plus House members and senators tell him to produce his birth certificate, a valid birth certificate, or he needs to pack up his wife and his children and move out of the White House. Okay, so that's step number 1. On our website, thehittingstopshere.com, in the left column, click on Facebook. When you open it up, click on the description domain. Inside that description, you will see a link to a petition for having Barack Obama removed from the position as president in this country. Once that happens, The NDAA disappears. The NDRP disappears. All of his laws that he came up with that are bringing our country down into the slutty areas of this entire planet, once we have him out, all of his laws that he signed disappear. Now we get stuck with Joe Biden, but at least Joe Biden is an American. And we could have Joe Biden obey the Constitution. And if he fails to do so, he's committing treason. If he's committing treason, he goes to prison. And we go to the next person. But Obama's got to go, Biden's got to step up, and we have got to use our voices. I don't plan on being a slave. My ancestors did that enough. And I don't want that for my daughter, nor for my nieces, nephews, friends, cousins, or any children in the U.S. or on our territories. So Obama's got to go. And we need to stop acting like he's a president. He's a foreigner. He has invaded our nation. He is a crook. He and his henchmen must go.
Well, I'll go to your website and educate myself.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I hope you contact me too. My contact information is in. What's your name again?
My name is Jim.
Jim, Paula Flo.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, and God bless you.
God bless you.
All right.
Nice afternoon.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, go ahead, Paula.
All right. Yeah, we're out here giving handouts. Tomorrow is Thursday, July 18th. If you happen to be in the area of the Phoenix Police Department tomorrow at 3 p.m., the Hitting Stops here will be leading a campaign, actually under the banner of Arizona Operation Let My People Go. It's for having Arizona school beatings banned. It's one of the 19 states where teachers can still take a wooden board and batter children on their buttocks. Also, Arizona, most people don't know, is the #1 state for CPS kidnapping, for profit.